Hello everyone, welcome inside the media school. You can see it above me right there. I'm Jordan Gould, joined by Miya Ingle, of course. Thanks for coming on the show.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and we got plenty to talk about as this has been quite a magical season for Todd Yeagley thus far in the Indiana men's soccer program. And really there's just plenty to talk about. We have a bite from him coming up as well as a preview of the Maryland match. But, first I want to talk about the season as a whole for Indiana, where they've really relied a lot on these younger guys and a lot of the incoming freshmen to really just go out there and perform to the best of their ability.
Absolutely. With only one returning starter from last year's College Cup starting roster, you kind of have to rely on a lot of the new guys. And I think the new guys really built up their confidence just in the first couple months of play because, their first 5 games went into at least one overtime. So all that extra play really helped give these guys more confidence on the field, playing in front of a big crowd, playing against other collegiate teams. So I think since those games, that really was the starting point for these freshmen getting the confidence and starting to, shoot more shots and build up the momentum to get to where they are today.
Yeah, I remember when that season started where every game was going to extra time. Even when Wisconsin came back and tied it up, I was like, oh no, here we go again. Of course, Indiana with the Muni goal there to take the lead and then Kumbale finishing it off. No more overtime after that. But here's what Todd Yeagley had to say about the ups and downs of his team this year.
I think when this group is hitting on all cylinders, we have a few more scoring threats on the field in different positions, which as a coach is obviously very, it gives you a lot of confidence. On the flip side, we haven't had this amount of new players ever in a team that's, having this much success. And you certainly prepare them the best you can, and you hope the lessons are ingrained because they're still young. And habits are being formed. I wouldn't say they're fully formed, but they're being formed. Can they perform when everything's on the line and keep those habits in check? That's a question that we're still waiting to see, which is fun.
Well, Miya, you just heard Todd Yeagley talk about the explosiveness of this team, which has certainly been a strength, but then you also heard him talk about the turnover in this roster with a lot of the older guys departing last year, including Matt Herman Trophy winner Andrew Gutman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people thought that this was going to be a reloading season for the Hoosiers, and I like to say this because this is one of my favorite quotes I've ever heard from AJ Palazzolo, but he says, here at Indiana, we don't rebuild, we reload. And that's exactly what they did with all their incoming freshmen. And they have guys like Victor Becerra, Josh Penn, Aiden Morris. They're right now looking like they could be playing professional soccer. They are insanely explosive. They have really sharp technical moves. And offensively, they have been the heart of IU this season.
Yeah, and I would have to say the youth in this team hasn't really showed at times this year. Now, maybe at the beginning of the year it did, but we've seen the growth of many players throughout this season, such as Aiden Morris, who really has just blossomed into a great role. He really was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year, so, that's certainly an impressive thing to put on your resume. And then Josh Penn leading the team with 6 goals. Victor Becerra also looking very capable, that he's ready for the next level as well. So, what stood out to you, maybe whether it be one player, a particular trait about these younger guys this season?
Something that stuck out to me is Aiden Morris and his position at center midfielder because that's a really tough position to play. And so to throw a freshman into that position, that can be a huge challenge. But he's really stepped up to the plate, and he's been playing so well this season. And he's really, as Coach Yeagley likes to say, the cage tiger. When he's out in the field, energy levels just go up, and he gets things going for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, the cage tiger quote was probably the best thing I heard from him all year.
Definitely.
I was like, wow, that just fits his persona spot on. Well, Miya, Indiana has a tall task here tonight where they travel to College Park and, of course, play Maryland, a team that really these two teams have been at the top of the Big Ten. The rivalry has brewed and just grown over these past couple of seasons. Of course, Maryland winning it all last year, the NCAA title, and Indiana ultimately their season ending last season in the College Cup to the Terrapins. So, what do you expect tonight from both of these teams?
I expect the Hoosiers to come out, and they have something to prove. So they're going to come out with some grit and a lot of intensity. And I have this feeling that Maryland might be overconfident. They're going to think, we beat them the last 2 times we played. We beat them 3-0 last time here at College Park. We'll just do it again. And so that might give Indiana an advantage because they might not be totally prepared for what Indiana's going to bring. But Indiana has, as I mentioned, so much to prove. And I think last season, all of the returning guys want redemption from that College Cup game. This season now, all the new guys are looking for redemption against that 3-0 loss. So now the whole team has something to fight for, and it's going to be a really good game. I'm so excited.
Yeah, Maya, you mentioned grit. AJ Palazzolo might have something to say about that. Take a listen.
We just need to manage the key moments. I feel like a couple moments we broke down defensively, and that's on all of us. Just not being focused and really ready for the moment. But this time around, I think we'll be ready and we're focused.
Yeah, we definitely need to stay disciplined, but we still need to have a little bit of fight too against Maryland. I think the last game we didn't really fight as much, and we need to have a lot of grit going into the game Friday, because we know it's going to be another physical test, and I think we'll be up for it.
Well, the stage is set, of course. Indiana and Maryland squaring off tonight, 7 p.m. You can watch it on the Fox Sports app, and of course the winner of that will play the winner of Michigan and Penn State. That'll kick off at 4 p.m. this afternoon. So, Maya, what's your key to the Maryland and Indiana match later tonight?
I would say the main key is the Hoosiers need to come out right away and get things going offensively right away, because when the Hoosiers lead going into the half, they win most of the time with that lead going into the half. So we saw last time in Maryland, they got 3 goals in, I think it was 14 minutes. It was all in the first half. And then they couldn't really bounce back offensively or defensively. After that first goal, I think their defense just kind of broke down and couldn't get their composure back together. That's another key. They need to really work on being able to bounce back if they do go down a goal early defensively, and keep their defense together and not allow another goal or 2 more goals. But I think, like I said earlier, the main key is the Hoosiers need to come out fiery from minute 1 and get things going right away.
I think the Hoosiers do have something to prove, of course, with Maryland really winning these last 2 matches, including back to last year in the College Cup and then this season as well. Indiana will have some work to do if they want to win the double, of course, the Big Ten regular season title, which they've now done in back-to-back seasons. And they're looking to do the same with the Big Ten tournament, of course. We'll find out what happens here later tonight. So the stage is set, of course. It'll be Indiana or Maryland, again, that Sunday final. And we'll find out who's on the other side of that, with Michigan and Penn State also kicking off here later this afternoon. So that'll do it from us here at the Media School. For Miya Ingle, I'm Jordan Gould, and we can't wait to see what happens here with the Big Ten tournament and then the NCAA tournament fun with the selection show on Monday night. Can't wait for that one. We'll talk to you next week.